Haenyeo, the sea women of Korea who for centuries made a living free diving into the deep sea to scour the ocean floor to hand collect abalone conches and octopus. But they're more than that. They are the culture, tradition, and history of Jeju. How do you preserve a dying legend? Part 2 of my special feature. In a cozy one-story house along the coast in one of the seaside villages is the artist behind these photographs of Haenyeo, the sea women of Korea. Mesmerized by the elderly female divers of Jeju Island, Jang Mi-ra moved down to the island from Seoul 3 years ago, found a home right by the sea to document these extraordinary Jeju women in action, their lifestyle, their unique culture.
A big siren goes off across the fishing villages and hundreds of Haenyeo simultaneously head towards the water together. After about 5 hours of harvesting in the water, another siren goes off. Everyone stops what they're doing and head back to the shore. Even those far away in the deep sea, they all return together.
Jang wants to share their stories, their culture, their spirit through her pictures.
Most suffer from decompression sickness, so they take a lot of medicine before heading into the water. Even when they are very ill, they march into the ocean because it's group work. If they call in sick, the others will be burdened with more work.
The communal spirit that lies at the core of the Haenyeo culture is well highlighted at the Jeju Haenyeo Museum.
Decades before the modern Fisheries Cooperative Act was established in 1962, Jeju Haenyeos regulated themselves, imposing voluntary no-harvest seasons, no diving zones, and monthly limits on the number of diving days.
82-year-old Cho Ok-sun has been a Haenyeo harvesting sea products from underwater for the last 70 years. She raised 9 children and supported her family through this work, as her husband hardly lifted a finger until he died just 10 years into their marriage. The provincial government of Jeju began providing support for these Haenyeos a couple of years ago, purchasing their wetsuits and subsidizing their medical and accident insurances.
그럼 여기에 있는 그 해녀 분들은 다 이거 있어요?
응, 다 있어. 현재 그런 혜택, 병원의 혜택도 있고 고모도 혜택이고 그렇게 해요.
Despite these benefits, the 82-year-old tells me she will be the last Haenyeo in her family.
A granny in the neighboring village drowned recently. She breathed in water. It's harsh, it's dangerous.
That makes 54 deaths just within the last 5 years. The number of sea women has continuously dwindled over the years from more than 30,000 in the 1960s to some 5,000 in the early 1990s and to roughly 4,500 today. And with few newcomers, the small number of Haenyeos are well advanced in their age. As of 2015, more than half of all sea women in Jeju were 70 or older.
At this rate, most of the Haenyeo will be gone in 20 to 30 years.
On the northwestern end of the island is the Hansupul Haenyeo School. The residents of this village built the school in 2008 to raise awareness of the Haenyeo culture. The instructors are the old female divers of this Hallin village, and they work for free.
I wanted to try to understand the ocean not as a place of leisure activities, but as a place to make a living. I don't plan to take on the job as a freediver, though.
I briefly tried this Haenyeo experience last year. I liked it so much that I took a year off from work to take part in this program.
The Haenyeo experience is also gaining widespread popularity among foreigners as well.
Haenyeo are the first thing that came up on the internet, and I just thought it was such a cool profession with a really beautiful history.
This past weekend, Mark Lippert, the U.S. ambassador to Korea, came to Jeju to try out the profession himself. The island's remarkable sisterhood of Haenyeo, their strength and sacrifice, represented Jeju already past, the Jeju of old that can never be regained.
This sound is sumbi-sori. It's a noise Haenyeos make as they rise to the surface after holding their breaths underwater for 1 or 2 minutes.
Noise made by the divine women who have been making a living by constantly negotiating the limits of that which sustains their breath. Sumbi-sori is as thin as a blade marking the horizon between life and death. It's a reminder of the legacy of strength, sacrifice, and endurance the sea women of Jeju leave behind.